right. Okay, so I've started the streaming. Oh, this person came back on. I'm gonna kick them off. Okay, for the record, today is July 25th, 2022. This is 8:30 a.m. calendar for felony preliminary hearings. My name is Brad Gardner. I'm going to be the magistrate judge presiding over these proceedings. I'm going to call the calendar now. When you hear your client's case called, please make the appropriate announcement. Position 1 is Mir Akhtar.
That's a fast track this morning, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Position 2 is Jaquez Alexander.
He's ready.
Is that your case, Mr. Kraft?
I'm sorry, Judge. No, I don't think so. Was this a new addition?
No, Alexander, it's a rape case, Alfonso.
Uh-huh.
And it just has your name listed. So we didn't know if it was someone from your office.
Okay, Judge, give me a moment to look into it. I see the list that we made last week, and for whatever reason, Mr. Alexander wasn't on it. So give me a chance to check on it.
Okay.
It does, that person has come back on as well.
Okay.
Not sure who it is.
Let me REVVL4. I'm going to permanently block you if you do not turn your camera on and announce who you are. Okay. And if that's a witness for anybody, that's a lawyer here, please step up and make the announcement on behalf of who this person is, because whomever this person is, they could not have gotten this link unless it was from a lawyer.
Excuse me, Judge Gardner.
Yes.
As it relates to Mr. Alexander, I was just reviewing some notes. According to Ms. Davis, he's Mr. Schoolcraft's client at this point. It was a conflict for our office, Jaquez Alexander.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Mary, let's just
And Judge, if you give me a second, he did send me an email maybe last night. I haven't had a chance to check it, and I can see what he said.
He said he has a Cheryl, he's not a request for a continuance, but conflict.
Okay.
I think he's gonna try to come on, but he won't be on till later. I'm not really sure, Judge.
okay.
But he has the link and he has the calendar.
It's like that that song, second verse is the same as first. Okay. Position 7 is D'Angelo Jarrell Barlow.
State's ready.
Good morning, Judge Gardner. Rhonda Hill for Mr. Barlow. That will be a hearing.
Thank you. All right, looks like position 11, Dejon Bond.
The state's ready.
Need to hold on that one, Your Honor. I'll see if we can work out a bond on it. If not, it'll be a hearing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Yes, sir.
Position 16, Timotheus Bernard Bose.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. Position 18, Sebastian Brinson.
Judge Kenneth Muhammad for Mr. Brinson. Just for the court's knowledge, I'm bouncing back and forth between this Zoom and another matter I'm doing in person, but I am now representing him. I'm trying to see if I can work something out with Ms. Freeman. I sent her an email, so hopefully it'll be a waiver. I guess we'll see.
Right, and just when you get a chance, if you can place myself and Attorney Muhammad in a breakout room, and we should be able to get that one worked out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looks like position 25, Salvador Cabrera.
The state's ready.
Yeah, Your Honor, we've made a request for either a bond on that or a fast track. So if the court could hold.
That's right, Judge. I'm still going through the emails because I was out Thursday and Friday. So I'm reviewing that one.
Okay, I'll just mark it as a pretrial with the state.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Position 26, Jontavius Clark.
Judge, I have a bond waiver for that individual. I just need to speak to him this morning to make sure it's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna mark that pretrial with client. Next position is Juan Manuel Contreras Guerrero.
The state's ready.
Rachel Kaufman for Mr. Guerrero. I would like to pre-try that with the state.
Okay. All right, RVVL4. Please identify yourself. REVVL4, please identify yourself. Looks like a black woman it was a dark lighting conditions. I'm not going forward with you on here. You either identify yourself or I'm gonna have to take corrective action.
Are you talking to me, sir?
I am talking to you, yes.
I am so sorry, sir. I am not savage with this Zoom thing. I think I missed a meeting that I was supposed to be.
Who are you, ma'am? Who are you? Identify yourself.
My name is Myra Murphy.
Why are you on this?
My nephew is incarcerated. He had a court.
Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Short answers. Why are you on here?
Seems like she's part of the family for Murphy.
I understand, Ms. Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
I need an answer to my question. Why are you on here, ma'am?
I was trying to see what happened with my nephew in court this morning.
Your nephew's name is what?
Rejante Murphy.
So you should not have this link. You can be on Zoom watching this. If you have this link, who gave you the link?
Mr. Dennis, that's his attorney.
Yes, we dealt with that earlier. That case is going to be continued until October.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry that I'm interfering. I didn't know what I was doing this morning. Please accept
Well,
my
ma'am, I kept trying to refer to you because it says on your thing, REVVL4. So I don't know your name. So when I say RVVL4, who are you? You just looked at the camera, didn't say anything.
I hadn't matched the button for the audio. I'm sorry, sir.
Ma'am, the case will be continued. You have to understand that for this reason, unless you are going to be a witness on the case, you cannot come into this proceeding. It's as if you're sitting at the desk of counsel table in the courtroom instead of sitting in the audience. Sitting in the audience is being on YouTube. Being on this link is sitting at counsel table.
Okay.
So it's highly improper. Okay, ma'am, please do not log back on.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Freeman, I told you, it's a gold mine. You know the rest of it. It's a gold
I know,
mine.
Judge. I know. And I figured that she had gotten a lead from Dennis, so.
That's yeah, it's true to the course. Position 28, Nazir Copper.
Judge,
State's ready.
And Judge, I believe he may have bonded out. I attempted to visit him twice and I was told that he was not there. So either he's out on loan somewhere or he bonded out.
Okay, I'm gonna put a question mark as to out to bond, and we can search that during the break. Next case I have is Villanueva. Well, Jorge Cortez Villanueva.
The state's ready.
Good morning, Judge. Rhonda Hill for Mr. Villanueva. I need to pre-try that with my client, and I am in need of the services of the interpreter.
Okay, well, we'll do the best that we can, but you understand that the interpreter is all throughout the courthouse, and so we may not be able to get her.
I do.
So we'll do the best we can. At worst, we may have to bring him back. For yes,
Did they reach out to the interpreter?
Ms. Hill.
No, not yet. I went to see him late Saturday evening, so I just found out. I haven't been able to contact anyone about needing an interpreter till this morning.
And Judge, I do believe Miss Pleasant requested an interpreter for Mr. Cabrera.
Mhm.
So they might be alerted to be here. I just don't know when.
Okay. And we'll see. Position 32, Terrell Dunta Custis.
State's ready.
And Judge, if you could hold while I pre-try that case with the state.
Okay. Looks like the next case I have is a Myron Dominic.
The state's ready.
And again, my apologies, Judge. I'm handling Miss Pleasant's cases this morning as well. Your Honor, I believe this is another one I am need to pre-try with the state.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Position 35, Dwight Fisher.
The state's ready.
Trying to work out a bond with the state on that one.
So you want to have continued discussions with the state?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Position 42, State of Georgia versus Canales Horland Gonzalez.
The state's ready.
And Your Honor, I'm just requesting a pre-trial with the state.
Okay, thank you. Position 48, Erica Renea Hall.
Same announcement, Judge.
State's ready.
Same announcement, Judge. I need to pre-try with the state.
Okay. Position 50, State of Georgia versus Bradley Harper.
Judge, I believe that's a consent bond this morning,
Okay, thank you.
or a fast track. I'm sorry, fast track. Mhm.
Fast track. State of Georgia versus DeAndre Hart.
State's ready. I believe I think that's a consent bond.
I believe it's going to be a consent bond, Judge. I just need to speak to him again this morning.
Okay. I'm going to mark it pretrial with client. State of Georgia versus Eric Hernandez.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. State of Georgia versus Martinez Hernandez.
State's ready. That's a co-defendant to D'Angelo Barlow.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks like that's Mr. Schoolcraft also.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, I know Attorney Hill asked for, she said she wanted to hear it on Barlow. Certainly we would ask, I don't know how long Mr. Schoolcraft is going to be, but I certainly don't want to do a hearing for the one co-defendant and then have to come back an hour or so later and do a second one. I certainly would want to wait for Attorney Schoolcraft.
I understand.
You're right. I don't oppose waiting for Attorney Schoolcraft. I would oppose resetting this calendar date for Mr. Barlow, though, because he's been waiting for quite a minute.
Since June.
Yes, and this is a reset already, I think, because the court wanted to efficiently have the hearings together. And that was over our initial objection to go ahead and have the first hearing.
Okay. All right, we'll address it. And Ms. Bermudez, I'm going through the calendar. I'm going to put you immediately, you in the breakout room. Ms. Hill is going to need your services as it relates to her client. And there's another person that Mr. Kraft brought to my attention that I think they're going to need your services. So do you have any upcoming issues related to being in a different courtroom?
No, right now, Judge. I just have first appearance scheduled for 11 o'clock.
Okay, we'll get you in before that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, position number 57, Dwayne Heron.
That was a bond previously done.
Okay. Position 62, Nicholas Hill.
State's ready.
Well, actually, it's 57 on the updated calendar.
And yeah, that's another one of Mr. Schoolcraft's cases.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Position 58, Brenzo Hinton.
Judge, if we can hold to the end of the calendar, we haven't been able to get in touch with the officer. And so if we can't get it resolved, we would ask it to be reset. But I'm just asking just to hold, let me follow up and see if we've had an update.
Okay. Who's representing Mr. Hinton?
That would be me, Judge Gardner, and I needed to pre-try that with the client.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Position 61, Alti Hundu.
That person's out on bond.
Okay, thank you. Position 65, Leanthony Hutchinson.
That's a direct court waiver this morning.
Okay. Position 67, Antoine James.
And Judge, on that one, and I know Attorney Pleasant asked for a bond, but that officer is actually in training this week. And so we would ask that it be reset. And I believe, Judge, Mr. James has, I'm showing there are warrants that are not listed on this calendar. He has two separate cases. And so I'm not sure why some of the charges are missing off of this calendar. But they're a whole nother set of charges. And so we will certainly ask that everything be placed together.
Okay, the warrants, all those other warrants, they're on the same incident?
I'm showing that there were separate incidents, like the charges on the calendar. We have a cruelty in the first degree, battery, theft by taking, and then possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Then the second set of charges, we have kidnapping, false imprisonment, battery, another cruelty to children in the first degree, and aggravated stalking.
Okay, when can we put them on for, when's the next time we can put them on? Do we know?
We would just ask that all of his charges be scheduled together.
So they were separate incidences? Did he have separate first appearance dates?
I'm not sure because I don't have first appearance dates.
Because I'll have to look into it, because if he had separate first appearance dates, that's why all the charges are not together.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to give me a minute to look into it after we finish with the calendar.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna mark that we're gonna hold for a minute that there was a bond request and there's a request for a reset date. But Miss Mary is right. It depending on when the person was arrested or whether it was a CW versus a WA, and it sometimes causes problems the way that things are calendared here. So moving on. See, interesting. It's either Amy Johnson Moore. I don't know where the apostrophe comes from, but
Right. The state's ready.
okay. Is this your case, Mr. Kraft? Your office's case?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's actually my case, and I'm speaking with the state. We're gonna see if we can't work out a bond reduction.
Okay, so you want a pretrial with the state?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Position 75, Donald Jones.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. Position 78, Patrick Wesley Jones.
The state's ready.
Judge, Mr. Jones is in the COVID unit, so he probably was not brought up.
Okay. Do you want to discuss his case with the state, or do you want this to be continued?
I think we'll just continue it because I haven't been able to speak to him. He's been in the COVID unit for at least 4 or 5 days, so.
Okay. Any objection, Ms. Freeman?
No, Your Honor. We would ask for the 2-week continuance, if it could be placed on either August 8th or August 10th.
Okay. All right, okay. Well, I have no objection to that. And you can release your officer if that's the only case that the officer has.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And what date did you want to put that one on?
August 10th.
Okay, thank you.
August 10th.
Thank you.
Let's see, position 82, Jason Samuel Jarrell.
The state's ready.
Still need to hold on that one, Your Honor, speaking with the state about it. I don't anticipate a hearing though. I said that.
Okay. Position 85, Buford Kevion.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. Position 87, Darius Kilpatrick.
The state's ready.
Your Honor, I'm pre-trying that with the state if the court could hold.
Sure. Position 90, Dondre LeBlanc.
State's ready.
I am pre-trying that with the state as well, Your Honor, if the court could hold.
Sure. All right, so is DeAndre DeMarcus LeBlanc the same person as DeAndre LeBlanc?
It is, Judge.
Okay. Position 95, William Eric McLeod.
That's a consent bond this morning.
Okay, thank you. Position 97, maybe Jesus Leon Navius Maganis.
The state's ready.
Good morning, Judge. Chris Tolles on behalf of Mr. Maganis. 2 things: I'll need a pretrial with the state, and then I will need an interpreter and speak with my client in the jail.
Okay. So we have Miss Bermudez who's ready for that. But because you're a conflict lawyer, I don't know if there's going to be a conflict issue, but she does have a hearing, or she does have to go to first appearance. So I'm going to have those individuals that need the assistance of an interpreter to take precedence So it may not be first, you may be second, but I'm gonna make certain to try to make that happen, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Position 98, Beverly Martin.
Judge, that officer is on another case also that we have. That's the case when I asked if you could hold. We just need to see if my legal assistants have been able to reach him. Is
Yeah.
Officer Christian, if so we can hold.
Okay. And who's representing Miss Martin? Is that Mr. Schoolcraft?
Yeah, I don't think so, but give me a second. I'll check on her and see. I'm under the impression she may have hired, but I'm not ready to say that yet.
Okay.
Oh, Judge, I believe she's Mr. Frankie Muller's co-defendant, who is one of mine. So that's probably, it probably is Mr. Schoolcraft. But
Okay.
we'll check into it.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Freeman, I have the officer listed as a last name Ward.
So it's actually Officer Christian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Position 100, Demetrius Martin.
State's ready.
I'll try to work out a bond on that one, but it very well may end up as a hearing.
Okay. So you want a pretrial with state?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next case is Trenton McCoy.
State's ready.
Trying to work out some sort of resolution, if possible. I don't anticipate a hearing though.
Okay. It's like Antonio Mormon is the next case I have.
State's ready. And Judge, that's actually with Attorney Shannon Render. I'm not sure if he received the link this morning.
I don't have an attorney listed for Mr. Mormon, so I'm certain there wasn't a link sent to
Okay.
Mr. Render. So we may have to continue that and get him to file an entry so that he can be in our records to receive notice.
You want me to go ahead and send him the link?
Yes, please. Position 111, Frankie Muller.
Judge, that's the co-defendant to Beverly Martin with Officer Demetrius Christian. And so we're working to see if we've been able to get a hold of him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Judge,
I think Mr. Kraft, yes.
Yeah, and I am pre-trying that case, Judge, with the state, so we may have a bond waiver shortly.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kraft. We've taken care of Jai Terrell Murphy. Position 117 is Ray Jonta Murphy.
And that's the co-defendant. Those are continued
to October 3rd. I just wanted to make certain that whomever was the lawyer, because I have it assigned to your office, Mr. Kraft. Is there an objection to continuing Ray Jonta Murphy to October 3rd?
What was the, I'm sorry, Judge, I missed, what was the announcement from the state? What?
So we're ready. This is the one, Alfonso, with Dennis Scheib. I think Mr. Scheib represents Ray Jonta, I believe, or whichever one.
He said Ja
Oh,
Terrell.
John Terrell, okay. And so he asked for continuance because he had gotten information from the GBI, a lot of paperwork that he wanted to be able to go through that may be dispositive or whatever it is. And so he asked that it be set out. We don't have an objection to that. And so if your office is representing the other defendant, you may want to reach out to Dennis to try to see whatever information he has.
Oh, and the co-defendant is Terrell Murphy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't. Okay, I don't have an issue with continuing it then.
Okay, so we'll put Rajonta Murphy on for October 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. And as Ms. Freeman said, Mr. Scheid reported that he had received a number of documents from the GBI related to the case, so it may be worthwhile to speak to him. Position 119 is Christopher Odom.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. Next case is position 120, Daquan Price.
Yes, that was moved to a misdemeanor calendar.
Okay. Position 122 is Demetrius Roberts.
State's ready.
And on that one, I think we're gonna be able to work out a bond.
Okay, so you want to pre-trial with state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Position 125, Ahmad Royal.
State's ready.
I imagine that's gonna be a hearing, Your Honor, but we may need a continuance if it comes to that, but I'll update the court shortly.
Okay. Position 128, Jamari Shannon.
State's ready.
Is that your case, Mr. Kraft?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's mine. I suspect it's probably going to be a hearing, but I'll have a discussion with the state first.
Okay. Position 133, Dion Simmons.
State's ready.
And Judge, that is likely to be a bond waiver, but I'm still pre-trying with the state and I need to speak to him this morning.
Okay, you need to speak to your client first?
Yes, I do, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Position 135, Shelby Lee St. Clair.
State's ready.
Rhonda Hill for Miss St. Clair. That will be a hearing, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 136, Claima Teresa Thrasher.
That person's out on bond.
Okay. Position 139, Michelle Lee White.
Yes, that's a fast track this morning.
Okay, thank you. Position 142, Michelle Witchisack.
State's ready.
Judge, I believe she has bonded out.
Okay. Position 143, Daniel Wright.
State's ready.
I'll see if we can work out a bond on that one, Your Honor. If not, probably a hearing.
Okay, so you want a pretrial with the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's it. All right, that concludes the call of the calendar. Is there any case where someone expected their name to be called and the name wasn't called? Okay. Miss Hill, I'm gonna place you in the breakout room 2 with the jail, and I'm gonna place Miss Bermudez there so you can speak to your client. And as soon as you're done with that Spanish-speaking client, let me know so I can put Mr. Toles in, so that Miss Bermudez can interpret for his client. And so I'm going to do that right now.